Hi there, Sanjeev here with World Robotics League. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how we hand the challenges out and how you should be interpreting our challenges. To ensure that our challenges can be faithfully reproduced by you at your home so that you can practice with the exact same challenge that we are going to be using in the official tournament. We provide to you the challenges to you in a format that's known as engineering drawing. An engineering drawing is essentially a drawing that contains every single piece very well specified. So if you are placing a piece on the board, then the x and y coordinate of that thing should be exactly known. If it has an orientation, then the orientation should be known to you very, very well. We create these using industry standard tools, and thus when we give them out to you, they are very, very well done and very precise. So now let me show to you how an engineering drawing would be created by us, or I should say actually how we would present an engineering drawing to you and how you should be interpreting it. All right, so this is how an engineering drawing would usually look like to you. As you can see, what we have shown right over here is called a perspective view. So I'm going to write this down. Let me make this into a black pen there. And this is the perspective view. So what a perspective view is really is a 3D representation of the entire model that we are trying to present. So over here we are presenting to you the table. So this is the external table and all the individual pieces inside the challenge. So like a T shape here, a a plain piece over here, and then over here a simple circular kind of piece of wood. So the purpose of this view is essentially for parents and kids to visualize the challenge on how it should look like, so that there is no confusion. It is much easier to visualize a 3D shaded full-fledged model than to infer it from purely engineering drawing. So the perspective view primarily, as I said, is just so you can visualize and orient yourself. Really, when you're trying to recreate the challenge, you would come to something like this. So this is the view that actually contains all the details that we provide so that you can recreate the challenge at home. And over here, this is the exact same thing that you just saw in the perspective view. The table is represented by this external border. So right over here, as you can see, right where the red, this dot is, the shaded red portion, this is the external walls of the table. And I'm just going to shade a few of these things over there so you understand these. So these are the external walls right over here. And then we specify all the pieces, the wood pieces or cardboard or whatever models, etc. we have using these rectangles right over here or even over here. So once we have showcased where all the pieces are put, and you can correlate this with respect to the perspective view. For example, you can go back and say, this wall is right there, the T shape is right there, the circle is right there, and then you can come back and correlate and say, the T shape is here, the T shape is here, the circle is here, and the straight piece of wood is right over there. So once you have all of that, you need to understand exactly where to place each of the items. So what we do is usually, if just like this one over here, this piece of wood, let me use a different pen so you can understand. This piece of wood over here is completely parallel to one side of the wall, one wall of the table, I should say. So it's enough to specify how far it is from this wall. How far is this distance or how much is this distance, so you can place it exactly. So we have specified it over here. You can see there is one arrow coming over here and second arrow coming over here, and the lines actually go inside right over there to showcase that this piece of wood right there is exactly 20 centimeters from the wall. Over here you also see the 150, which means that the piece of wood is 150 centimeters tall. When you look at the T shape, we say that it is 30 centimeters from this wall. The length of the this length is 50 centimeters right over here. So once you know that it is 30 centimeters from the wall and it is 50, you can place it very, very exactly. And then this piece of wood over here, this we have specified again as 50 centimeters, but we have also specified that it is 20 centimeters from the top wall. The other thing that we haven't specified is how far this piece of wood or this corner right over here, and let me point it out, like this corner over here is from any of the walls, but we don't need to specify this. This place right there, this corner is actually essentially it's coincident, or I should say it is touching this other piece of wood right there, right? And because of which you know that you have to place it 20 centimeters from the top wall, and it has to be touching this other piece of wood, so you know exactly where to place it. Now coming over to the last piece, the circles. For circles in engineering drawing, we say radius of the circle. So the first thing we need to specify is how big or how what's the true radius of the circle. So we are saying 40 centimeters, and the external circle we are saying 50 centimeters. These circles are concentric, as in, you know, they have the exact same center, so you know that the distance between them will be 10 centimeters everywhere. The last thing to fully specify the drawing would be to know the center of the circle. And what we have done is we have specified that this right there is the center of the circle, right? I mean, you can see the black marker right there. And it says that it is 26 centimeters from 26.49 centimeters from this side and 53 centimeters from this side. Essentially, this tells you that from the bottom walls, move up 53 centimeters, then from the right wall, move 26.49 centimeters, and you will have the center of the circle. At that point of time, you can draw two circles, one with a 40 centimeter radius and the second 50 centimeter radius, and your challenge will be fully set. So that is how the challenges are created, and that's how we send them out. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave leave any comments down in the video, down at the bottom of the video, and we will get back to you. Thank you.